Die4 report. We are back, motherfuckers. Laced you up with some joints and shit. Like I said, we got 3 tracks that I'm premiering today from Dirty Birdy. We're going to do it later on. And we'll play one after the interview, and then we're going to rock on in the second hour, play his music. So all your listeners, don't go nowhere. Quit fucking around. And like I always tell you, once the interview done, go and support and go follow him on all the sites, man. Go get the music. Quit being a bitch. Speaking of that, we got the man of the hour. We got my dude in the house, Dirty Birdy. Yo, welcome to Die4 Radio.
Tweet. What's up, man? Man, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man.
Hey, man. Hey, before we get started, I do want to say thank you. For fuck with me having the time to come on the show. I really do appreciate that shit. 100.
Hey, man, it's all gravy, my brother. I appreciate the love, bro. I'm happy to be here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I'm no stranger to you, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the IE, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Riverside. So, I know about you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yeah, much love, man.
For the motherfuckers, because we got a young little, we got some young fan base and shit. Let these motherfuckers know a little bit about yourself, where you from, how you got into hip-hop, and how it all started.
All right, I'm from the Dino, you know what I'm talking about. I've been MCing for a cool minute. Really been into hip-hop since a little guy, and actually started MCing like around 12. Signed my first deal with Mob Style Records. For those out there in Riverside that's familiar with the New Breed of Hustlers, shout out to the New Breed of Hustlers. All the members, OG Fresh, Bubble Up. I signed to them first back in 9 Trey. After that, got a deal with my cousin Sly Boogie, who was the Black Spooks. Signed to Perspective Records with Mint Condition and those guys on Jimmy and Terry's label. After that, was on the Wake Up Show, on Wake Up Show Freestyles Volume 5, Volume 7, the Back to Basics album. Put out my Tweet album. After that, mixtape volume, actually before Tweet, mixtape volume 1, volume 2, then Tweet. Then skip volume 3, put it in the archives, put out volume 4, dropped the Grape Soda album, the Greatest Shits album, and now I'm about to drop soon, starting to release singles on the Digital Cardiac album. Tweet.
Yo, you know what? The one thing I did not know, because a lot of people don't know about the New Breed of Us, you know what I'm saying? That's what Riverside is from the West Side. A lot of people don't know about them. That's crazy. I did not know that you was with them at first. That's crazy. That's new to me.
Yeah, I used to be signed to those brothers, man. Them is my homies, man. And rest in peace to OG Bub, man. Shout out to OG Fresh, Lil Fresh. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Lil Cass, Silky. You know what I'm saying? Baby Fresh. Yeah, them is the homies. OG Cass, Big Cass. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, I have to ask this question because I ask this question to every new guest that I have on this show. I don't want to say of all time, but who are some top 5 MCs you're feeling right now? Or it could be your all-time list. I mean, it's up to you. But give us 5 MCs right now, rappers, who are you feeling right now?
Rappers who I'm feeling right now, obviously, I'm going to love Kendrick, man. I love that guy. I love Nip. I like J. Cole for sure. Let me think. You mean obviously other than my crew, you know what I mean, my stank. If we talking about the new school guys, those are the guys that I'm liking the most right now. I like Chance, you know what I'm saying. I like Childish, you know what I mean. I like a lot of the young brothers that's doing their thing and stuff, man, and keeping it moving, keeping it going. As far as prior to those guys, though, I'm a golden era baby. So, for me, it was the Canes, the Coogee Raps, early on the Slick Ricks and the LLs, the Runs and all those guys, the Kumo D's and whatnot, for the lyrical inspiration. But I like different shit, so. I love Tribe, not necessarily always for the rhymes. I love Tribe for the beats. You know, it was just different guys that I liked for they beats. It was guys I liked for they rhymes, and it was some guys that I liked for both. You know what I'm saying? Obviously love him as an MC, a lyricist. I love him. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, Crook, you know, as a personal friend of mine. So absolutely love Crook. I love the Alcoholics, love King T, love Cube, you know what I mean? Snoopy, you know, I like all the brothers for different reasons, man, and for what they bring to the table. And that's what's beautiful about the game is, you know, hearing people render their interpretation of the shit. I love that. So I like all those guys. I like a lot of different dudes for different reasons. I like the hardcore cats. I love the Wu. I love everybody, bro. Redman, like,
yeah,
you know.
same shit like all the shit you name. I like all that shit. So that's definitely,
you know what I mean? Like, those are solid cats. I could get way deeper, like, and go on forever just naming people that I think are dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know how that goes. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm ahead for sure, and I love hop. But I don't. As much as I love that stuff, when I'm in album mode or when I'm, you know, kind of doing my thing, working on a project or, you know, I don't really listen to it. You know what I mean? I just, you know, I listen to myself or, you know what I mean? I listen to oldies and shit like that when I'm working on a project. You know what I mean? And I think that's what keeps my shit from sounding like whatever's out at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Not that I would allow it to influence me like that, but I don't want to make a record that sounds like what somebody else's wave is. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time somebody catch my shit, that wave may or may not be done moved on, and it's obvious what influenced my sound. You feel me? Like, I'm not with that. So I just go in my bubble and be on some Dirty Birdy and Dr. Stank shit, and you know, like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, you being from San Bernardino, like I said, you know, i.e., you know what I'm saying, the hip-hop scene down there, has anything changed from, you know, let's go back maybe, let's say 1999, 2000, compare that to back those times, those years that I just mentioned. Has anything really changed much in the hip-hop scene out there? Because it seems like no matter what, it seems like it doesn't get enough love. And, you know, you are known. Fly Boogie is known. You know what I'm saying? Shout to 40 God, he's known. But there's also other rappers that are not being mentioned out there. I mean, what is the hip-hop scene to you compared to back then, compared to today?
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like, there's been cats that have been from right here in this area that have gotten some shine. The E, in one way or another, has always spit out some type of artist that was able to go forth and make a name for themselves. Whether or not they was like, I'm from San Bernardino or I'm from the Inland Empire or something else. But there have been cats that, you know, spent a significant amount of time and could have very well claimed this spot that I'm not going to be mentioning and blowing up their spot. But, you know, it's cats that are from here. But fast forward to right now, like, I think these dudes are trying to create their own lane and making their own waves, and they've done shit. Like, my little brother Noah James is, dog, he's done shit. He's toured. He's got down with Murs, like he's been on televised TV shows and shit. Like Curtis King, he kind of makes his home out here. I think he's originally from Carson, but he's repped the IE pretty significantly, and he's a pretty good known producer. Like Hit Boy, went to like Colton High, very well known producer along with the group that he has. I mean, I can't say that those boys are from San Bernardino per se, but they're right up the street. Like if they went to Colton High, they was living somewhere around there. So, you know, it's like it's been some cats that have made some nice little ripples and waves, man, and had some degree of success by whatever is considered success, you know, by another person's definition. But I'm pretty sure if you talk to them individually, they agree that, you know, they made a little dent for what they've been trying to do and kept it going, just like, you know, the other people that are actually from here have done. You know what I'm saying? Or tried to do. Like the torch was passed from, you know, the JJ Fads being from this area to the Lighter Shade of Browns being from Riverside to Rodney O being from Moreno Valley. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know, it's just it's just different cats that have been from this area, this general area. Even the little Zans coming from Redlands, like if you want to incorporate him, he's doing his interpretation of hip hop that, you know, are from this area that have made some nice little dents and contributions to the culture. They may not have been really loud and commercially, but they definitely have done their thing and made some dents, and people are definitely aware of the fact that there is some talent out here. When it's going to pop, how it's going to pop, if it's going to really pop, I don't know, but I'm never not going to be proud to say this is where I'm from. I've just gotten to the point where I don't feel like I got to say it in every song now. Because somebody said, Dirt, you mentioned San Bernardino in every song damn near. I'm like, damn, I didn't even realize.
There's a lot of rappers that do that type of shit too, and it's corny.
You know, so
that's real.
You know, I've just gotten to the point where I'm not doing that, you know. But it was an inadvertent thing. I didn't even realize I was doing it as much as I do it, I guess.
Right. Now, when you released the Tweet Tweet album and your name, because I had a homie, he was really digging you. That's how I got to know who you are, and then that's when I went to Best Buy and bought that album when it came out. Around that time, you doing the wake up shows, the freestyles, all that stuff. Because, you know, when it comes like to L.A., a lot of artists from out here feel like they get no love out there because of the fact that they're from out here. Have you ever seen that, or have you had any incidents where, or seen some people not really appreciate you being from out here and you over there, you know, mingling with the big folks out there and the big rappers out there?
I would be lying if I said I hadn't ever felt nothing like that before, but I'd also be lying if I said that cats was like they wasn't fucking with me because I was from out here. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know, game recognize game and you know, talent recognizes talent, and when somebody, you know, if your talent is undeniable, it don't matter where you're from. If you're not an asshole,
right,
and your talent is undeniable, you know, half a motherfucker might front and not say nothing, but that other half gonna be like, nigga, you tight, you know? And so whether or not a relationship was born to where an opportunity could have been capitalized on, for me personally, is something else. You know what I'm saying? But the opportunities have certainly presented themselves. So, you know, but yeah, you know, it's cats that hate on this side of the thing, you know what I'm saying? They you know what I mean? You know?
There is a whole, I see it all the time, you hear it all the time,
I never let it discourage me. But to be honest with you, bro, that's why certain people have chosen to not say where they was from, because they didn't want to get hated on, and they wasn't going to it wasn't that serious to them to be like, I'm from here, like, and you know what I mean? Like, they was like, well, fuck it, I'm finna get this money. I'm finna just say I'm from L.A. I don't give a fuck. Who cares where I'm from? I'm finna do this shit. I'm finna get my bread. And for some people, it ain't that serious. You know what I mean? It wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, you know, whatever. And I'm not mad at those people. That's their choice. But I chose to let people know where I was from. You know what I mean? And, you know, it is what it is. I love that little funky-ass town. That's my goddamn town. I love that motherfucker. And I love the guys that's coming up, you know, doing their thing and expressing themselves, man. It's a multitude of talent here. It's a multitude of talent in Riverside. The High Desert got fucking talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Inland Empire is talented, man, all around it. So, you know, I feel blessed to be from here and from my little piece of it, you know?
Yeah, off top, serious shit. And, you know, speaking on that, because now you mentioned, you know, when, you know, people were scared to mention that they were from IE and stuff like that. Because I remember when Sly Boogie, he got a deal with Universal, but the album never came out. From little, you know, back, we didn't have social media and all that shit back then, you know what I'm saying? You would hear mumbling through the word of mouth, or you have to wait every month for a magazine to come out, and it's like the news is old. But from the fact that
Right.
album, that he was signed to Universal, the album never dropped. People were, mumbling the fact that the reason why it never dropped because we were, him being from out here, and it wasn't going to catch a buzz like people would think he was from LA or something.
Well, I'm not going to speak on his situation because that's my family, and I love him. And if the story is to be told, I feel like he should be the one to tell it. But I will say that that's not why.
Right.
That's not why, bro. So I'll just leave it at that. But
I
wasn't
figured
why.
that's not why either. Because why would they sign him in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, but that's the rumblings that
bro.
you used to hear back then.
Yeah, that's not why. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when you fucking with some people that are really trying to fuck with you because of, you know what I'm saying, your talent, and they're not really concerned, as long as you're not making everything about where you from, but you don't have a problem letting people know where you're from, they're not going to care about that, bro. They just want you to do what you're supposed to do. That's it. They just want you to do what you're supposed to do. And it's got to make sense, man. And who's fucking with your project, it has to make sense. And the right songs have to be recorded, and the person that's overseeing the project has to be able to recognize what they have and not be trying to force you into a box or make you some shit that you're not because of what a corporate person, a person in the position, that doesn't understand hip-hop perceives as marketable and sellable hip-hop. So, when you know better, in some cases, your pride or whatever it is ain't going to necessarily allow you to express yourself like that. Now, I'm not saying that was the case with Sly, but there's been different situations where that was the case, And,
right.
I've seen it happen to friends of mine that had major record deals that was from here. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes it just don't always pan out. And, when you work real hard and you get that deal and you get a taste of, what it feels like to be able to go into the studio and record on a big budget and, have a runner and eat and make the kind of music you want to make and, yada, yada, yada. And not everybody bounced really well from the fuckery that the industry is capable of dishing out, when you have, when you've given all you felt like giving and we're so far away from that place, you know what I'm saying? So, it's tech, so to speak, even though we're only 45-minute hour drive away, but it's constantly popping, so you got to get up and get the fuck out there. You know what I mean? If you just sit in the E, you're not gonna, back in those
times, gonna bubble much.
We didn't have the internet. We didn't have, a lot of the stuff that's accessible to us nowadays. So now it's different. Now you can work your magic from here, go out there a few times a week or on the weekend or whatever, and still, make the necessary moves and connections and develop the necessary relationships to potentially move something forward or at least get some type of bag to allow you to, maintain that lifestyle if that's what you want to do. Make music and be able to pay your bills and sell your little merch and, do what makes sense for you. So, it's just different now, bro.
Yeah, and speaking of how different it is, from the fact of how the music is sold today compared to back then, you know what I mean, with streaming now being the top thing to do, downloads are down as far as CD sales are considered dead. Because I remember one time, my favorite spot to go buy CDs was in San Bernardino off of on Baseline. It was Group Time Records. I know you know that place.
Yeah, baby.
That was my fucking favorite place to go buy CDs. I mean, I would be there religiously every week or every other week depends on what month it is. What does it take on the way the music is now? Shout out to
Grover and J-Mo, the owners of Group Time. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother. What did you say?
So, how you feel about today the way the music is being distributed?
Man, it's crazy. There's two sides to it. I like to be able to go and get the dusty fingers. I like to be able to go and look through countless CDs back in those times. Now, of course, a lot of stuff is is digital, and you know, we just right on our phones. We don't really have to physically go somewhere to get the music per se. So it's just changed in that respect. But I definitely enjoyed the ritual of going and doing that. And digging through records or digging through CDs when they'd have them at Groove Time like 3 for $20 or some crazy shit, and you could get
that was Groove Time. I'd be there for 3 for $20 a lot, man.
You know what I mean?
I just feel like a bill every other week, man.
You can get 3 for $20 movies. You might get Beach Street and Breaking and go get an old school CD and a brand new R&B tape and some other shit. Yeah. So that shit was fun, man. And kids they don't really know what that's like. They've got a few shops
and they're missing out,
but it's nothing.
And they're missing
like
out on that. My daughter be ordering CDs because she's into this music. They're like big artists from Korea and stuff. She's only 11 or 12, but she's like really into that stuff. But she's buying the CDs, and you know, I like the fact that she's actually buying the physical copy of the artist she likes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
But the thing was that you're not going to know what it was like just to go to the store. I'd be going a store, at least the warehouse or Group Time.
Right.
Going through fucking CDs for an hour, at least an hour. I was there for sure. Just going through shit, going through shit. That was something, man. That was people are missing out on that. I don't know.
That's what makes these mom and pop shops these pop-up shops that people are coming with, and we have a lot of people that feel exactly like we do, and that feel like, you know what, fuck that, I'm going to open up a shop. And I know some little cats, like youngsters even, that got shops where they done opened up, and like this Serious Cartoon Records, man, here in San Bernardino off East Street. You know, you could go over there, and Duke is selling, like, vinyl, he's selling cassettes, like, he's trying to do something about that shit, and it's like, it's going to be cats like him and the other different little spots that still sell it that are going to make those spots really special. Here in the IE, aside from that spot, and maybe it might be some other spots I'm not aware of. But that's what's missing, the Groove Time and the AMC Music and Video that was up the street, and the Warehouse and the Sam Goody, and you know what I mean? The Tower Records, man. Come on. Like
yeah, because there's a lot of mom and pop music stores, but they all base their stuff on rock and classic rock. It's like we're missing the Group Time was all based on hip hop and R&B. We need more spots like that. It was
good to be able to get all of it for me. Like, I could have been a DJ in the sense that I've been collecting records forever, so I got stupid vinyl. So for me, it was dope to be able to go get that stuff, but it was also dope to be able to go to those other spots and catch them slipping on something that I used to listen to on the AM station when I was a little guy. You know? Like, all that stuff was pertinent to me. Like, you could catch all kinds of stuff and catch them slipping on shit that they didn't know was dope, and they sell it for super dirt cheap, and you in there laughing because you came up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know that.
I came up on 50 cents Power of a Dollar EP that you cannot buy. But it was from Columbia House. It was manufactured all in the wrapping, and I got it from Group Time. What? The 3 for $20. You know what I'm saying? That's the motherfucker that's selling that shit for a high price. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's real talk, man. But, yeah, I absolutely miss the mom and pops. And like I said, some people are trying to bring them back, and that's what's going to make those spots even that much more special, you know?
Oh, man. If you hear anything about any more opening up, you let me know, man. I'll go and support. You know what I mean? Well, I'll make sure that the word gets out because we need those places back. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you eventually, CDs will come back out of nowhere. Motherfuckers are going to be wanting to buy whatever they can get. You know what I mean? So everything comes back eventually. But, yeah, we miss you. I miss Group Time like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, me too, brother.
Real shit. Now, you being a lyricist, killer MC, dope as fuck bars, why is it that today's motherfuckers ain't coming with it like when you was, when you started out and when you were growing up listening to hip-hop, the guys were, you were listening to were bringing it, bars, lyricists. When did it all stop? Do you remember a point? Do you remember a point when it stopped from that being lyrical, as far as the popular?
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you. When I really had to accept the fact that things were different, and people like really had flipped completely out is when people, and this ain't no disrespect to this guy, okay? I don't mean no disrespect to this guy, because I don't, know what his interpretation clearly of hip-hop is what it is. But when people like All Gold by Trinidad James, bro, I said, oh, the game is really fucked up. Like nobody cares if you can spit anymore. And that wasn't true. It's just that shit is not commercially popular anymore. So much the kids, the youth, the people that make music popular and that listen to it a bazillion times over and over. We don't do that no more. I'm not going to listen to no song a gazillion times over and over, back to fucking back. Kids will do that. And they make shit popular by doing that, and it spreads like that. The songs that are popular like that, where they do that, aren't lyrical songs like that, a bunch of them. Some of them, but not a bunch of them. So that's not as popular with them as it was with us and a few generations after us. And so at this point, they're getting away with saying whatever because it's about how the song makes you feel. It's about how this motherfucker looks or how she looks. It's not a lot about what they're saying, and the words don't have to impress you per se on a broad level. I'm not speaking for everyone who listens to music. I'm just saying commercially on a broad level, it's really selling. And I've gone and I've listened to some of these fellas and I've given them a chance just because I wanted to just see, like the little fella, NBA Youngboy. I wanted to just see what was the deal. And I peeped him out.
Right.
And, I respect the little guy for expressing himself and being able to make a good, solid living off of that shit. I'll never hate on that. A young black man trying to do something. But did he inspire me as an artist? Fuck no. Was it something that I wanted to listen to twice? Fuck, I didn't even make it through a whole fucking song. But respect to the kid. He's doing his shit. He's eating better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that boy eating. So God bless him for that. I'm not going to hate on that. But it just wasn't entertaining for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't draw any inspiration from that. But it's very popular. So clearly it's resonating with someone, with a bunch of someones. And tells me a lot about how they feel about hip-hop and what their perception of hip-hop is. And that's cool. It is what it is. But that's where it's gone to now. So just to answer your question about, really lyrical kind of guys, we still there for the people that enjoy that kind of shit. And, I'd like to say to my other brothers that spit and it's barred up, you don't got to be bound to that style. It's like we're in a box, man. And if we don't spit them bars like that, if we try to do anything that deviates from that, it's like we done fell off because that's what people expect to hear from us. I'm not saying dumb it down to the point where it's just, come on, dog, ABC 1, 2, 3. And I'm not saying jump on the young guy's bandwagon and try to do what he does, but everything don't have to be killer rhymes. And so I try to make, albums and I, kill some shit and I spit some shit and I'll be cool on some shit and I try to do my shit like that.
Yeah, right.
Balance so I ain't just, you know what I mean? So, You know what's crazy, though?
Because when I listen to the new beats today... Oh, go ahead and finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
No. I was through.
Well, you know what's funny about today? When I listen to new beats, and, just as far as, like, lyricism is now being put in the back when it comes to the new people, and it's been like this for a while. Production beats with the scratching, with the... That shit's gone. Like, you don't hear that anymore. And that shit is... That type of shit is what made me love hip-hop. Like, how the fuck... And all you new, as far as producers listening to this shit, man, go get you some techniques. Learn how to scratch, man, and throw that shit in your beats, man, because motherfuckers love that shit, and that shit will make you harder. Everyone just wants this simple bass with that fucking kick and snare. That's it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it'll have its time, bro. Everything has its time, Nothing's gonna last forever, brother. And so just how, you know, the old school had their time, then the 80s, early 80s came in, then it shifted in between the mid 80s and the early 90s. Then it got grimy and doo-doo-doo and all that shit, late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s. It was black powered out. You know what I'm saying? It went through all of its phases, bro, and this is the phase it's in right now. And, you know, for those of us that remember a time when people was,
As it's fucked up that it's at a dumb phase right now. You would think that something starts out with dumb and then it elevates, but it went the other way around.
That's cool. It's kind of like it's ground zero again, kind of. They kind of took it back to the first, how it first came out and shit. So you got young dudes, man, that's fucking monsters, though. Like, not, you know, the ones that's real popular and getting that super bread, they doing they little things. But you got dudes that's in their age bracket, too, they some little monsters. They ain't getting their little recognition, man, and all of their props. But I've heard some little guys that get in that ass. I heard some niggas who can spit some shit, man. So, you know, I think as the shit, you know, starts to elevate back up from where it's at, those guys are going to become the new, you know, barred up monsters and shit. And they're going to be spitting that shit, man. So you're going to see, brother, it's going to slowly, gradually transition into and come back full circle. Everything comes back around, bro, everything. Because there's nothing new under the sun. So everything will shift back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it'll be in the next 10 years or how it's going to go. I can't predict that, but I just know that I've heard some little dudes that rap like they know better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've heard some little spitters, man, and you know, so not all of them is rapping like these little guys. They just not rapping on the beats
definitely not. Definitely
we consider
not.
to be
for sure.
hot. You know what I'm saying? They got their own little thing, but my thing is, you know, it's beautiful to hear them incorporate, you know what I'm saying, the hop, and, you know, if they're going to use their little trap drums, that's cool. But, you know, incorporate some of that hop so we know you know better, though, you know, and spit that shit, you know? And it's something that's doing that, man. So I tip my hat to him, man. I try not to dwell too much on it. I done spoke on it on a couple of joints here or there, but I leave that shit alone and just try to be on my dirty birdie shit, man. And just trying to, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Because I go through phases where I just let life do what it do, and I got a lot of children, man, so I be trying to focus on being the best pops I could be at the same time, you know, trying to not resist the temptation to, you know, do my shit. And you know, I got people that keep hitting me like, Dirt, what's up, man? It's like, let me do what I need to do. Let me give people that want to hear from me what they're waiting on, and at the same time, potentially make some new fans from people that aren't familiar with me. So,
we're going to definitely get you some new fans today. So, listen to the show. Like I said, we just tapped in. I mean, it's the first time I got to tap into the Africa market. You know what I'm saying? We're hitting a lot of spots: Australia, Germany, the UK, Netherlands, Denmark, Ireland, Mexico, Brazil. All of a sudden, we're tapping into all these spots. So we're definitely going to get you some fans, man, today. And like I said, y'all motherfuckers go support and buy the shit. Quit being lazy, man. It's really good. Now, one of the last few things I want to say.
What's that, brother?
What are your thoughts on the Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly shit?
Man, I thought Eminem's album was dope, man. And, you know, Machine Gun Kelly, I felt like that was a brave move by that dude. And I felt like his bars was not trash. I felt like it was funny. And I was laughing at the stuff he was saying. And, you know, I wasn't mad at him. And I ain't heard nobody that M got at, even mildly, because I don't think he really, I don't know, maybe he got at him more than what I know on his album, but I didn't think M really shot that hard at him. I didn't realize it anyway. So, I don't know. I ain't seen nobody else specifically come get him like that, that I thought was decent, you know? So I wasn't mad at him, man. I feel like he did his shit. Did I feel like he served them? Come on, man, no. But he did his thing for sure. He did his thing for sure, and I listened to it more than once, and I laughed both times I listened to it. So,
yeah,
you know, whatever. I watched the video twice, and I laughed, man. It was just funny. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he did his little thing, man. But you know how M is, you know, he's dope, man. He's dope. He's very creative, very clever. He's a spitter. He's one to bring that shock value like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Chino really, you know, Chino excel. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you already know. But you know, M is nice, man. And you know, love to do stuff. And it was just good to see somebody, you know, get back at him. You know what I'm saying? And it actually be decent. And you know, I wasn't mad at it.
So before those disses, what was the last best beef diss that you heard? Because a lot of them before that, they were coming out the woodworks, and a lot of them lackluster. Like Pusha T and Drake wasn't a big fan of, because I like Pusha T better than I like Drake, but I wasn't too much of a big fan of either disses. You had Remy Ma a while back against Nicki Minaj and all this shit. Like those beefs really are lackluster to me. What was the last great diss that you heard?
The last great diss, man. I'm trying to remember.
It's been a while.
Shit, man. Yeah, Cannabis and LL, that was a pretty good one. Who else went at it, man?
Because when it always comes to mind is when Crooked I went at Snoop Dogg. And I motherfuckers never really heard that one. So I was like, which one? Nas and Jay, yeah.
Yeah, Nas and Jay's. That was a good one. You know, I mean, you know, the best shits is the classic ones. You know, the Bridges Overs and the No Vaselines. You know, like this is records that you
calling out names.
I don't care. This is cool
things.
right now. I know my lips will still be twisted up, nigga, when that song come on. If I was one of them brothers, because that's a good ass diss record, man. Damn. But I don't know, man. I ain't went too crazy over none of it. I wasn't mad at Back to Back though. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't.
Right.
I wasn't a big fan of the first one, but when he came with that Back to Back, man, it was funny to me. I laughed, man. You know, I like to laugh, man. So you know,
you gotta have a good sense of humor.
That shit was funny to me, man. So you know, because I felt like. I don't know. I got my opinion about that. I don't feel like Meek should have said nothing about that, even if it was the truth. That wasn't for him to be telling, man. You know, and I'm pretty sure he maybe at this point feel the same way because they just recently made up. I feel like, you know what? If the dude got a ghostwriter, that's on him, man. Like, let that man eat. That don't got nothing to do with me. Like, you know, it's whatever. I could care less. Because you can't say he whack. I don't give a fuck. Old boy didn't write all them rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Exactly.
The nigga's a multi-talented dude, and he does his thing. Do I want to listen to a bunch of his stuff? Not necessarily, but I ain't going to never say the boy is whack. That's what he not. He not whack.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yep.
And I just feel like he should have left him alone, man. Let that boy live. He's doing his thing. Ain't nobody got to hate on nobody. If you got fans and you doing your thing, just do your shit, bro. Like, I didn't understand why Pusha T dissed him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I felt like, you know, whatever you know about that dude, like, you know, do your shit, man. Pusha T's hard as fuck. Like, what you worried about with that nigga? So maybe it was something personal, but then I saw the interview and he said it wasn't nothing personal. So I don't know. You know, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah. Certain ones I just feel like, you know, that's whatever, bro. Like, whatever that nigga do, that's what that nigga do. If it don't directly affect you or your bread, like, I'm not even going to speak on another nigga unless it's personal. Unless he done said something about me. I ain't got nothing, you know what I mean? Don't even know what my situation is. And I'm speaking on it. You know what I mean? On some personal shit. And that's why I didn't never make no more rumor songs, man. Because I felt like, you know, I call myself clowning and having fun and, you know, whatever. But, you know, that's them people's lives. That's the people's lives, man. And, you know, it's like, yeah, it's a rumor and it's not one I started, but I don't need to be spreading it more by making no motherfucking songs about the shit. So that's why I quit doing them shits, man. So I was like,
Yes, sir. Well, this is the last thing I want to ask you before I let you go, because I know you're a busy person. And what was it like at the first time you went out to the Wake Up show? Was there any nervousness in you, or were you just ready to go? I mean, like, literally, because...
Man, I'm going to tell you.
The cats don't know about the Wake Up show. You got to come with it.
I'm going to give you the real hip-hop story. All right? So, I'm going up to this shit. Me and my cousin is a group. We the Black Spooks. We hadn't really talked a lot that week, so I didn't know what the plan was. And mind you, whenever you in a group and it's two MCs, you talk about what you're going to do. Like, all right, so when we go, I'm going to spit this many, you know what I mean? We didn't do none of that. So unbeknownst to me, this dude had wrote like 50 bars and memorized them. I ain't know. I had probably like 3 or 4 16s, but I'm nervous, nigga. Pete Rock is there. I'm about to be Pete Rock for the first time. I mean, Grap Love or whatever. And so we in there. I spit my 16. He spit his 16. I spit his 16. This nigga go 50 goddamn bars.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, goddamn. You dig? I wasn't ready for that. So, fuck it. I started freestyling. I shouldn't have done that. Because for me in freestyling, I got to freestyle for like a month straight, then I can freestyle the way I write. If I don't sit around freestyling often, I'm not getting ready to be in my blackout zone. I get into a blackout zone and everything stupid come out the boy's mouth if I've been freestyling like that. But if I ain't been freestyling like that, get out of here, man. I still get you, but it's gonna be But I still have to warm up, you know. Have me a drink or two, and I get you. But that wasn't the case that night, brother. And so, you know, it was cool. That was my first experience. So I'm just saying that to say, after that, every time I went up there, I felt like I had something to prove, man. And
you murdered shit.
Every time after that, I went up there. Every time after that I went up there, they knew. I built my name like that. So, you know, shout out to the Wake Up Show.
A lot of those Wake Up mixtapes and shit on CD. You're all on it, and I got a bunch of that stuff. I mean, you had to come with it back then. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, you absolutely did, man. You know, you absolutely did, man. Shout out to that platform because, you know, I sold a lot of Tweet albums in a lot of those places that you mentioned, in Switzerland and the Polands and the Japans and the UKs, the Australias, you know. I sold a lot of Tweet records over there, man, and I'm grateful for that because people knew who I was because of going on the Wake Up Show. So you know, that was a blessing, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Well, you know what, Dirty Birdy, man, I want to say thank you, man. You know, for spending time with us here on Die4 Radio, man. I appreciate that shit. Is there anything you want to add to stuff before I let you go?
Man, I just want to let people know that they want to check the boy out. You can catch me on my Instagram, 2 words, 1 finger, Dirty Birdy 909. I'm on @DirtDiggler on Twitter. You can go on tweet.bigcartel.com for any T-shirts or whatever. And if you want to catch the music, you can go on dirtybirdy.bandcamp.com or check me out on Spotify, Amazon, Rhapsody, Google Play, Apple Music, all that. I'm on all that. So much love and tweet to everybody. Digital Cardiac coming soon. Disrespectfully Intelligent. You feel me? Is available now.
Let me know when that album when you release that album and shit. Tag me into anything that way I could go and copy it and shit. And we'll be rocking with that shit all over Die4 Radio, you know what I'm saying? So you let me know, man.
That's love, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dyer Lansky, man. Props. Shout out to Angela Covington, Lisa Arenas. You know, much love to everybody out there. Shout out to my partner, Dr. Stank, my brother, Shody Mo, everybody listening, Baby D, friends and family. I love y'all. Tweet is Dirty Birdy, and I'm out.
Yes, sir. Before you go, can I get a Die4 Radio drop from you, homie? I need that shit.
Man, you absolutely, you absolutely can get that, bro.
Yep.
As in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tweet. This is Dirty Birdy on Die4 Radio. You dig? You rocking with the one and only Impractical Pterodactyl, the Human Code Tablet Capsule. Dirty Birdy on Die4 Radio with Math 4.
Hey, thanks once again, brother. Lisa sent me 3 songs. Which one is the newest one you got? Let me see. It's because I want to play it
the
now.
The newest one ain't,
you got See the Light,
those 3.
Shoot the Wings, and Dirty Wings.
Yeah, all those are from Grape Soda. All those are from
I'm gonna play them all. I'm gonna play them all today. But you want to introduce one of these songs before you go?
Let's
get to this Dirty Wings. You want to introduce that one?
Which one you gonna play?
Dirty Wings.
Dirty Wing. This joint is produced by Dr. Stank. You feel me? From East Riverside. You dig? The one and only, my brother from the Ignorant Crew. Myself, Dirty Birdy, at the helm on the microphone. It's off the Grape Soda album. It's called Dirty Wing. You dig? For radio. Tweet.
Much love, brother, man. I got your number. I'll keep in touch with you. Whenever you need me, you holler. The door's open for you. Die4 Radio's doors are open for you anytime, bro. I got you.
Thank you, my brother. I beyond appreciate that. Much love, all love plus respect to you, man. Tweet.
Oh, no, word up. You have a good night, my G.
You too, brother. Peace.
Let's get into this, man. Dirty Wings, Die4 Radio's Man 4, the Man 4 Report, man. Let's do this shit.